Hey, real quick before you think just another soundbar, the first night I powered up a Sonos Arc Ultra, I didn't jump into settings or fuss with modes. I pressed play on something familiar. And then sat still. Because suddenly the room stopped sounding like a room and started sounding like a space where sound actually lives. That moment of presence, that's when you realize your old setup was only half listening. This is for the kind of person who knows when something is missing. You've felt it in dialogue that floats, in effects that feel boxed in music that feels sharp but not deep. You're done with sound that just happens in front of you. You want audio that surrounds you, moves around you, and finally matches the way you experience visuals. Before anything else, take a moment to check the current price and stock. Premium systems like this don't hang around predictable ranges once people realize what they actually deliver. You knew it was time to upgrade when your old setup made every action scene feel polite, every whisper feel thin, and every soundtrack feel flat instead of enveloping. I remember leaning forward during dialogue, then increasing volume during effects, then lowering it again, chasing presence that was never quite there. That frustration doesn't go away on its own, you outgrow it. Once the Arc Ultra came alive, everything changed. Dolby Atmos didn't just add height, it added dimension. Sound didn't just come at you, it wrapped around you. Dialogue felt anchored, not drifting. Ambience felt layered, not smeared. And the voice control wasn't a gimmick, it felt intuitive, like the system heard you instead of just responding. I use this system the way you actually would: movie nights where every moment felt intentional instead of patched together, gaming sessions where footsteps, ambience, and effects moved around the room instead of just forward, playlists that finally had nuance and weight instead of thin frontality, and everyday TV where every line stayed clear without jockeying for volume. This isn't about chasing specs, it's about how sound feels when it finally stops fighting the room and starts living in it. So here's the nudge you need: don't wait for prices to magically dip or stock to linger. Soundbars like this get traction fast, and hesitation quietly becomes regret when your current setup still feels small next to what's possible. You might wonder if an all-in-one solution can really replace separates. That doubt vanishes the moment sound stops feeling like it's coming at you and starts feeling like it's happening around you. This doesn't just fill space, it defines it. Here's the surprise most people don't mention: once your sound actually behaves with depth and intention, even quiet scenes feel textured instead of flat, and loud moments feel impactful without overwhelming your space. Owning something like this changes how your room feels. Every voice feels anchored, not distant. Ambience feels present, not flat. Music feels textured, not thin. Daily listening feels immersive, not average. If I'm honest, premium audio always asks for thoughtful placement. And real Atmos presence asks for components that work together, not just louder. But at some point, you stop comparing specs and just choose the sound you already wanted, because every time you consider something weaker, you come back to that feeling of yes, that's real sound. Don't let this be the upgrade you delay and later think about every time your current setup disappoints. If you're ready for audio that finally lives with your picture instead of just alongside it, check the Sonos Arc Ultra now and let every scene finally sound like it should.